Well, good afternoon on the 19th day of July 26. It's almost 1645. 1645? I don't think so. Charles the First? No, I don't think so. Well, he was already beheaded, wasn't he? No, he was just ready for it, ain't he? I think it was 1650, or 1649 was it? Yes. Yes, he wasn't far away, thanks to Cromwell. But I'm in Glenquaich and there's a purpose for me today. I've got two doors open at the back here to get some light in to show you. I was up at Argyllshire yesterday. I'll put up a video about it, but I'm in Glenquaich. There is a purpose to this today. I've got some ladies' bed straw. Oh, the other night ago, was it Thursday or Friday? I can't remember. I picked some ladies' mantle, which is a different plant, which I'll also load. This here is sneezewort, and there's an abundance of sneezewort this year. So I asked the fairies, and the fairy says, yes, just take what you need. Again, this will be dried out. This is fine herb for soups and stews. It's got a nice peppery smell to it, and hence why it makes you sneeze. And well, it clears the nasals, doesn't it? There's a lot more to that plant than I'm telling you right at this moment in time. But just for the purpose, Glenquaich Road's very busy today, and I do wish they'd slow down, because there are many signposts telling you there's wildlife on the roads. It does annoy me. But anyway, back to the story. So I've collected and snipped a bundle of this, which will be dried out this evening in the oven, door open, and ladies' bed straw as well. This will be stored and labelled for my 2026 collection, which will get a lot more. Now, the yarrow, this is a pinkish one. Let's see, we've got a white one, Andy. Pinkish, white. They come in both varieties. Let me just take a moment with this, Andrew. And we'll close this door to keep the insects out, and also keep the sun off the plants. We'll have a sit here, actually. And who's this coming in? Oh, it's a passing vehicle. Right. The person I spoke to yesterday, I asked him, how are you getting on? And he told me a situation, a medical situation. There's the lady's mantle in there. You see how it's an electric green colour? Electric green as opposed to yellow, but it's similarly used, historically at least, wildly. Oh, Andrew, will you speak properly? I can't. It's Mercury retrograde. It doesn't end till the 23rd of July. And the shadow effect's still here till the 3rd of August, so excuse me. The lady's mantle over there was traditionally used by females as a remedy, just like the lady's bed straw. Hence why it's got the name ladies in there, you see. I'll show you, I'll have a walk along with the camera, but this yarrow, so what happened was I spoke to somebody yesterday. I said, how are you getting on? He said, no, I'm not so good actually. I'm exhausted and I've got this medical issue. And I'm on antibiotics, they're not working. And he was really down in the dumps about it, so I said, look, I'm not a professional, but I do practice, I'm a practicing herbalist, amateur herbalist, and if you want me to get something organised for you, I'll make an attempt. The only problem is I don't want you, taking any of my concoctions when you're on medication. So you might have to check with your GP or whoever, which is fair enough. But what I will do is send this to him. I'd like to try and go up, but I've got a lot of time restraints this week. I'm rather busy. There's so much going on. So what I'm going to do is send some with a outlining letter, and when they arrive at his address, these will be dried out somewhat, but that's okay. I'll tell them to cut them up and mash them up and add a little bit of water, and you can make a poultice out of it, and that should work, because this plant here, yarrow, well, part of the name actually is yarrow, arrow, because in ancient times when you got hit with an arrow, it didn't kill you sometimes, it just injured you, and your soldier buddies would have to yank the arrow out of your body, and as a result there's a gaping wound with blood, oozing out, pissing out, and so therefore yarrow was carried on the battlefield constantly in all formats, dried or fresh, and it was stuffed into the wound, and the wound would eventually heal itself very quickly indeed. So I'm going to suggest to the chap, if he wants to make a tea out of it as well, because the all parts are useful. The leaves are incredibly good for you, as are the flower heads. So this is my supply, but there's a purpose of this one today as well, so I'll send off some to him. I'll also send off some sneezewort. There's more sneezewort there, any. There's a lot of it this year, I told you this. Glenquaich is well favoured for it, you see. And if he wants to take a little bit of that, maybe will help to clear up any infection with the poor gentleman. So that's the story. But, I looked in my container units in my cupboard basically, with all the different containers. I couldn't believe it, but I hadn't actually labelled them. So I know what the lady's bed straw looks like in a dry format and the smell from it, so that's okay. I know what the meadowsweet looks like and smells like in its dry format, powdered. Unfortunately, I'm a bit mixed up with the yarrow and the sneezewort that I've got in two separate containers. I don't want to send them the wrong thing. If I'm going to do it, may as well do it right, you see. So this is the thing I'm doing, and with these that I'm going to be trying off for personal use, I'll make sure that these are dated and labelled correctly this time round. I must have been in a terrible rush the last time I done it. It wasn't last year, it would have been 2024 I think the last time I done it, or perhaps no, Andy, maybe 25. You know how you keep forgetting things in life. So we'll take a bit of a walk along this way, and I had done some information the other night ago in regards to a load, but I started the load and then I thought, by the time I put all the bloody information about each plant, the actual video will be too extensive and too long to watch and of interest, so I thought I'll put a little note up on the video just to say, look, I'll cover ladies' mansell separately, and I'll cover sneezewort separately, and I'll also cover any other plants that I'm doing separately. And these ones, of course, this is a creeping thistle. And when this dries out in August, oh, I forgot they're jaggy. Excellent little fluffy seeds, where the seed heads are. And I like to collect them, and I put them in a little box, and then I spread them about in the shed on top one of the shelves, and if any mice come in, well, they've got a nice cosy bed. If they need it, they can drag it off to the quarters. I think what they've done over here, they burnt that heather because they're conscious that there is a lot of wildflowers that would like to take hold in there, so that's a great idea. I have to say there's an abundance of produce in Glenquaich, if you know what you're looking for. And the picks that I've done is away from the roadside, of course, but look at all this, is sneeze walked all the way along there. Oh well, we'll have a quick walk along. Let's roll a cigarette, Andrew, for the journey, shall we? There's a bit of a breeze, but hopefully you can hear me alright. This plant here, the bright yellow, is ragwort. And it's toxic to lots of livestock, you know, cattle, sheep and horses. So most people that have ragwort in their fields where livestock is grazing, they tend to try and kill it or dig it up to prevent sickness with their animals, you see. It's absolutely gorgeous here, Andrew. Did you lock your vehicle? Because you know how absent-minded you've become in life. I'm sorry about this, but I think it is early signs of dementia after all. I bet it's closed. It is. All that dried out, that's, I've mentioned it again, it's ladies' mansel as opposed to ladies' bedstraw. Yeah. You see the grasses and stuff, how burnt they are, ready to die back, going to seed because of the intense heat we've had. El Nino year, nothing to do with climate change, just El Nino, or just a pleasant summer. Aha. This plant here, see these blue heads? To the untrained eye it looks like some sort of cornflower, yeah? But it's not. This is devil's bit scabious. Or devil's bit is sometimes just known as, but devil's bit scabious. And believe it or not, people who were in the know back in the Dark Ages, well certainly in the mid-17th century when the plague was on the go, that's one of the plants that they used to combat the effects of plague. And it does for any skin conditions. Anything with a parasite has got just skin, perhaps even like Ebola. In fact, I might pick for some of that stuff for that gentleman. I think I will, Andy. Oh, this is one that's oh, come on, Andrew, you know this plant. You've got it in your garden. You forgot about it the other day ago as well. Knapweed, that's what that was. I forgot about it. I was filming my garden. I got knapweed, which is a favourite of bees and butterflies. This is knapweed. It goes purple, and then it turns a black colour, dark browny black. Looks disgusting. But at the moment, It's a lovely, this is a great tea. Knapweed tea is brilliant. I've tried it. I'll not pick you, sir. No, you're too pretty to pick at the moment. But again, knapweed, and no need to tell you, but this is the meadow sweet, which you see all these tender leaves there? All these leaves, they're a bit dry and needing some rain, Andy, but let's pick this. See, this is just like tea. You don't even have to bother chopping it up, you just dry that off, and that's a meadow sweet tea for the winter. And the top part for medicine. Yeah, I think I'll pick some of that for that giant. I said that, didn't I? So you won't miss it because there's quite a lot, see? It seems to be the spiritual home of many plant tonics here. There's yarrow. You see? It's very thirsty, this yarrow. And some years the leaves have been bright green, but see how faded they are. There's nothing wrong with that, Andy. That is full of goodness. What we've got here, it's more of the same. And that's that. Well, don't get mixed up with this one, Andy. I think that's the birdfoot tree for that one there, yes. Yes, it is, that small yellow one. Because the flower head looks like a imprint of a bird's foot. And this is a glorious ladies' bedstraw all around us. And the scent in the evening from these plants is amazing. Because obviously the scent's given off for the butterflies are. So that the moths could be attracted to pollinate. Look at all the sneezewort in there, Andrew. Yes, that's what they've done. They've deliberately burnt those clumps of heathers to allow more of the wild flowers to spread and germinate, so that's good. And then we've got some yarrow at the back there, see? Look at this. Look at that fine specimen. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's saying, Andy, I would love to be taken home with you and placed in one of your containers or jars, and one day in November, or perhaps even in the third week of December, you dip me in boiling water and drink me, and I'll give you glowing skin, and I'll take away all the horrid toxins in your body if you've got any left. Well, I shouldn't have with all the bloody things I take. Although in saying that, the atmosphere is full of toxins and lead and all the rest of it, you know. This is why this net zero is a complete, utter nonsense. You take out the carbon from the atmosphere and the oxygen, well, there's fuck all left, is there? Hydrogen. Mercury. Not entirely sure how much mercury is in the atmosphere, but there is a smidging of it. Can't deny that sort of motorcyclist having a great journey. He's not been low vibrational about his motorised journey on two wheels. Some are. I don't like the low vibrational bikers. Show-offs. Yes. I suppose, Andy, when you think about it, I also have to correct you because you're always been so negative about things. These people have only got a few months of the year where they can get out and blast their bikes and feel free, the freedom of the road. And if they make a noise, well, that's too bad, isn't it? It's better the noise from the gurgling engine of a motorbike than it is bloody streamers and bloody chewing lawnmowers. Better turn the camera away, maybe the chap doesn't want to be filmed. We'll get him on the... Very distinctive noise that bike's got, isn't it? If his wife's having an affair, chances are that the time he gets parked up, the chap will already be left the house. Maybe scaled down the drain pipe or something with these, well, yes. If he changed his motorbike or if he done some repairs, maybe somebody says to him, I'll fix your exhaust for you. Might get the shock of his life when he returns and finds his partner in some position with some strange gentleman. Odd gentleman. A touring bike. Very sensible rider as well. Checking his mirrors and not creating a lot of noise in the countryside with that bike. This is rhubarb, Denny. Again, great for, well, if I'd found some rhubarb the other day ago, I would have had that on my numerous insect bites to draw out the impurities. I'll tell you what, I mean the ticks and all the rest of it, my ankles and other parts of my body was immense. They scabbed out quite quickly, but I don't pick them because that's the worst thing you can do. But I did put some Germaline on them. I think that did the trick, but this is the cost-free method, rhubarb. Is it necessary to keep walking, Andrew? Yeah, we'll go along and have a look at the meadowsweet. We'll turn that camera off for a moment and save your film. No, we like talking to you. We like hearing your voice. We like listening to your drivel. Yes. Well, it's cup final tonight, isn't it? One of the great things is if someone says, are you watching the match tonight? You say, what match? The World Cup. I didn't know it was on. Who's playing? Oh, for fuck's sake. Argentina and Spain. Oh, I've not followed it. I'm not really a football fan. Oh, it must be. Surely it's the World Cup. No? No, I haven't. I noticed that middle distance runner ran a mile in 3 minutes 42 seconds, which is bloody good going. If you can run a mile in 4 minutes 42 seconds, you're still doing all right. But to do it at 3:42, I mean, if you do 4 minutes in a mile, crikey, you're really motoring it. 60 seconds for every 400 meters, which is going some. Take it from me. If you can run 400 meters in 60 seconds, you're doing all right. I mean, if your sole training is 400 meters, then it's not all right. You have to get it down quite a bit. That was part of the journey with me. Is 56 second 400s. We used to run them. We had to try and get 4 under 62 seconds, 4 in a row, and we had ran this is at training, ran the 400, walked round the track, set up again, ran another 400, walked round the track, ran another 400, walked round the track, and ran another 400. It was a mile, Sunday afternoon, and other stuff to do as well, of course. But 56 seconds, 58 seconds, 60 seconds, but always had to be under 62. You weren't allowed to do 63. Coach got really upset. Do it again. But this is all built into speed, and this gives you this power for the last lap, because you've got sprinter legs for your distance running, and then you run the 10 miles to build up the stamina, and you put the two together. Well, I've done the 4 miles during the week as well, twice a week, and then you do cross country in the winter, all this sort of stuff. It all adds up, you see. And when you turn out to run a competition like a 1 mile race or a 2 mile race, so the 2 mile race is bloody hard work. I won a few of them, right enough, but it's hard, really hard going a 2 mile race. I've done very well in my athletics career. More than I think I've actually willing to share. Because I didn't really keep a log of everything, you see. You don't do that, do you? It's just your day and your week and your month and your year, that's all. You're a big fellow. Yes, and you're stretched up high so you would notice me. Well, I think you're very fluffy. Can I put my face into you? Oh, what a lovely smell. You really are. You're enjoying the summer, aren't you? Oh yes, we all are. Look at us all. Happy as lolly, ain't it? And all the better for seeing you too. Look at these. Absolutely gorgeous. All medicine, you see. Right, Andrew, I don't think we should go all the way up there. No, I don't think we should. I think what we'll do is we'll go back home, we'll get that stuff dried off in the oven, get things organised for dinner, and yeah, that's been long enough in the camera, I think. I couldn't resist opening the camera again and show you this lot. That's the red clover, and again it's full of proteins. That's probably one of your best protein drinks you can get. You stick a few of them into a tumbler of boiling water and wiggle it about and strain it and gulp that down. You'll feel like a man. We're heading back now, Annie. Are you two all right there? Are you? Yeah. That in there, get a right picture of it. The sun's gone a wee bit now. You probably won't see it. It's not a great picture. It's twisty. That's veitch or vetch, maybe. Tufted vetch. There's a better picture of it. Vetch. You see all the boring green of June has started to melt away now, and everything's starting to tone up a little bit. Like, it's not been too bad a summer really. It's just the start of the summer, in my opinion, wasn't terrific. The beginning of June was a bit wet, was it not? Sure it was. Yeah, it was, Eddie. It was bloody pissing the rain. It's absolutely perfect piece here, you see. And I just like wandering and floating on the tarmac at my own accord. And my ears are cocked like a cat for any distant noise of rumbling engines and stuff, you know, and ready to take action if they approach. Especially if it's an old hillman hunter or a Fort Capri. With the names on the windscreen. I don't know if people remember that, but back in the 70s it was the most appalling bloody thing. The driver's name above his head and his girlfriend's name. It was pathetic. I don't know how much it cost them to do that, but it was just awful. I just remember it. Craig Lorna. You better there, you. Don't you go into the horse's field, and don't you go near the sheep, and don't you near go the cattle. Bad, bad, bad ragwork. Bad, bad ragwork. Oh, what a shame. I'm sorry about that. I'll just give you a bit of telling off. But you just stay here and don't go into the big fields. Yeah. Alright, Andy, I think we should go. It's what you call idyllic. That's the exact word, Andy. It's idyllic. And a nice gentle breeze with a bit of sunshine on your shoulders and fresh air. Perfect calm. It's beautiful. And do remember, in case you forget, well, I wouldn't use this one, the docking leaves, when they go to seed, can be used and stuck into soups and stews or even your porridge. Whatever you want to do with it all. Right, I think we better get down, Eddie, otherwise we'll be stressed out this evening with so much to do with all this drying off stuff. Plus dinner to make, and then the cat will be in. She's been well fed today. She's got bloody half my stew. She knows it's there, so she kept coming back and said, "Can I get a bit of your stew?" I said, "Well, I'll wash one bit because there's onions in it. I don't like onions. Well, cats and onions don't do well together." But so I washed it off, and then I give it to it, and it eats it. Then it comes back. She says, "Go and give me another bit, just one more bit." So I think that stew is like chocolate to these cats. But she's a really loyal cat. I mean, I'm not joking. She sticks around my feet for hours and hours and hours. I don't mind. I really don't. But I have noticed that my days are gradually or quickly eaten up as a result of catering for the cat. Not only with cuddles and talking to it, but just feeding it and making sure its dishes, the dishwash, sorry, our feed dishes are all cleaned up and stuff,